The United States Supreme Court upheld almost all of President Obama's healthcare reform, known as to critics and supporters, surprisingly, as Obamacare. The majority opinion with Justices Sotomayor, Breyer, Ginsburg, Bader Ginsburg, Kagan, and to my surprise, Chief Justice John Roberts, um, also struck down the U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary's ability to deny or even reduce federal funding for Medicaid to states refusing to um, comply with the healthcare laws changes to Medicaid, allowing, well, one of which expands the eligibility of the program in individual states. I want to remind opponents of the health care reform and are disappointed with the outcome of the Supreme Court's decision. Chief Justice John Roberts was nominated to the U.S. Supreme Court by George W. Bush and confirmed when Republicans were the majority in the U.S. Senate. Okay? Unlike Justice Anthony Kennedy, Democrats were not the majority in the U.S. Senate, and while Justice Kennedy was nominated by conservative icon Ronald Reagan. Anyways, once the health care law goes into full effect in 2014, lawful Americans are required to have insurance through Medicaid if eligible, or private insurance companies. As a result of having insurance, or if you decide not to pay a tax as interpreted by the Supreme Court's majority opinion, you, believe it or not, are able to go to doctor's offices and receive um, preventative care such as vaccinations and immunizations intended to improve your body's well-being, and receive other services like colonoscopies and mammograms, both helpful to detect and and allows doctors to treat, if necessary, colon and breast cancer at the stages when both are curable. Trust me, it's better to spot any cancers and treat them as soon as possible than to delay treatment and pay a lot more in healthcare costs in the long run. I'm sorry. I know my English was not at its maximum potential earlier. No matter what opponents of the healthcare reform want you to believe, uninsured Americans' healthcare expenses far exceed people with insurance through public or private entities. So apparently, the people who believe individual liberty and decide to pay taxes instead of getting insurance once the healthcare law goes into effect in 2014, they're okay with higher healthcare bills and more expenses for hospitals who receive government money than if they were to pay for healthcare, which I agree with Jay is necessary. Well, access to healthcare is necessary for humans to live, in addition to sanitary drinking water, food, well, sanitary food, and air that is receives little to no repercussions to our health in the immediate and um, distant future. I'm curious, um, if the opponents of the healthcare reform got their way and the healthcare law was struck down in its entirety, what do you have in its place? How is it going to tackle the rising cost of receiving health services, and at the same time improve the lives of Americans. I do not agree with the free market approach. Businesses, allowing businesses to decide to to decide on healthcare decisions is likely more expensive for the individual consumer, as it's well known businesses exist to make a profit. Otherwise, they would enter different chapters of bankruptcy under US law, for example. Either full entire liquidation or Chapter 11. Okay, I'm going to end my video here as likely I would ramble on and on and on and on. Take care of yourselves. I'm busy with school, the homework especially, which explains why I haven't made a video in over a month. Again, take care. Bye. Oh, and for my own preference, I'm going to disable ratings.